I mean, that race, and thankfully it's going to be a part of the ProVelo. The terrain down here in Tassie is probably the most like Europe, with the hills and the weather as well. Kind of reminds you of Paris-Nice sort of early season. But, it's always going to be a good, honest rider who can, challenge in Europe.
So I'm going to take a wild stab in the dark here. If you cannot win this series overall, but you can win one race, the one to win is the Tour of Tasmania in your books.
Yeah, but I think, yes, also, it's pretty awesome to see that, Tour Down Under, or Stuart O'Grady have gotten behind it too. And to be racing in Adelaide in January, that's pretty awesome. And that's really great to see. That's going to be, I remember at the time, that I first did Tour Down Under in 2008, and Matthew Heyman, came over to me in the food hall and after the race and said, you went on the attack, you finished in the top 10 of a World Tour race. Each and every one of these directors at this race would know your name now, and I hope that's what happens in January for these young riders.
I've got no doubt there's going to be more than the Green Edge team. They're going to be looking at the results of these races and keeping their eye on not necessarily the person that wins it, because sometimes there can be somebody that slips through that finishes 4th or 5th or might be 10th overall in the standings, but they've got a bit of a backstory and they've still got plenty of margin for growth. So it's going to be a series, I reckon, Richie, where there's going to be plenty of teams watching closely.